Hello everyone, I am women's football analyst Jacob Bernstein and welcome to my review of Spurs 3, Man United 3. Yes, what a cracking game we had on our hands over the weekend. A 3-3 cracker where Spurs led 3-0 and then United came back very late on to rescue a point. I literally have no idea how to analyse it, but let's go through the game.
You came along just like a song, and brighten my day. Who'd have believed that you were part of a dream? Now it all seems like years away. You know I can't smile without you. No, never can smile without you. I can't laugh, I can't sing. I'm finding it to do anything, and I feel sad when you're sad. I feel glad when you're glad. If you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you.
On the whole, United were completely dominant. I think early on they showed that they won a lot of the midfield battle, and in the early play they had 6 shots in the opening 9 minutes and racked up 0.88 xG in that time. Closest chance was Hinata Miyazawa, who had a shot from range, cannoned off the crossbar, but it was Tottenham Hotspur who took the lead on 37 minutes. Some really nice play from Olivia Holt yet again. We've seen it so many times this season. She crossed it into Beth England, who headed it in off the bar for 1-0. It was against the run of play and United nearly hit back straight away. They hit the bar twice, again within a couple of minutes. Melvin Mallard had a similar shot to Hinata Miyazawa that hit the crossbar, and Maya Letizia had a header off the bar as well from a corner, which meant that United hit the woodwork 3 times in the first half and didn't score. Spurs then made it 2 just before the half time. It was almost a mirror image of the first goal. There was some really nice play from Olivia Holt, who played a through ball to Ashley Neville. Neville crossed it in from the right, and Evelina Simonon was there to head home for 2-0. Going into the second half, Spurs made it 3-0. Olivia Holt doing what Olivia Holt does best. She picked up the ball from deep. She spun her player and she bodied Janssen and just ran into the United half, passed it to her right to Martha Thomas, who smashed it in the net with a first-time shot. It was Martha Thomas's first goal in the WSL since December 2023 in that North London derby win against Arsenal. It was Martha Thomas's second goal this season after scoring against Bristol City in the Subway League Cup, and it was looking very bright for Spurs. However, the game started to change, and it all changed, to be honest, because of substitutes. Although United were dominant and Spurs were perhaps fortunate to be 3-0 up, but United brought on Fridolina Rolfer just before Spurs' third goal, and they brought on Leah Galton on 68 minutes. United were able to bring on the quality and experience, which really changed the game. And Spurs, on the other hand, Spurs' bench looked very thin. Spurs only named 7 players on their bench, including 2 keepers. We only had 1 natural attacking sub, which is Lena Gunning-Williams, who's obviously quite young. Why is that? We're suffering quite a lot from injuries at the moment. We have 3 players currently out with ACL injuries. That's Maite Roz, Ella Morris and Jess Naz. Liana Bühler's also been out for a while, and we've heard recently that Olga Aston and Charlie Grant and Tinka Tamberg are out. So yeah, that kind of sparked the United comeback on 73 minutes. Ella Toone scored a really nice take and finish with a right hooked volley, and that kind of felt like it gave United they had the momentum anyway, to be honest, but it felt like that gave them the belief to make the comeback. And then it was relentless pressure from there. Spurs did make 1 sub. They brought on Molly Bartlett for Beth England. So they moved into a 5 at the back, perhaps to kind of go into a more defensive shape and shore up the game. But the United pressure was relentless, and they made it 3-2 on 81 minutes. Jess Park, who was really good in the second half, she had a cross shot which was kind of scrappy, fell to Fridolina Rolfer, who scored for 3-2, and then it just felt like it was coming. The momentum was too strong, and United did equalise very late on. It was 3-3 on the 94th minute. Jess Park played a ball through to Leah Goulton, who was free. There was kind of a bit of mismatch between Martha Thomas and Ashley Neville in terms of who was marking Goulton. Goulton crossed it to Rolfer, who was free at the back post to equalise. And yeah, it was an incredible comeback from United. I mean, we are going to take a look at the stats just to show how much United domination there was during the game. So yeah, let's go on to the stats. So yeah, going on to the stats, as you can see here, 3-3, but look at that XG. United had 4.6 XG to Spurs' 0.8, which is, crazy stats. 4.6 XG is actually the most any team in the WSL has accumulated this season. And that's 3 goals that United scored, but they also hit the woodwork 4 times. And then going into some of the stats down here, United had more of the possession, but they had 34 shots, which just shows the domination. Spurs only had 5 shots and they scored 3 of them, which is really clinical. And I think it speaks to a wider point in the fact that Spurs have progressively got better and better against the bigger teams. We struggled in that first game against City where we lost 5-1. We competed in the away game against Chelsea but lost 1-0 due to a Kira Walsh screamer. And we obviously drew 0-0 to Arsenal, which was a really good result, but we lacked any attacking intent in that game. I think we had 0.2 XG and obviously didn't score because it was 0-0. But in this game, we both competed and also we scored 3. So I think that also shows the progress and how we're kind of hopefully narrowing the gap to the top 4. Looking at some of the players, I did want to shout out, well, mainly for United, I think for Alina Rolfer. I mean, she came off the bench late on. She scored 2 goals, but she had 5 shots. She had 1.3 XG, which was the most out of any player, dropped with Melvie Mallard. She had 0.8 XG, which was the second most out of any player. That's impact from a player of such experience. And then on Spurs' side, I've got to give a shout out to Olivia Holt, who was my player of the match. She was just absolute quality. I mean, she got 2 assists for the first and third goal. The second goal she was created as well. She had 2 progressive carries, 8 take-ons, 3 successful take-ons. She had 8 progressive passes. I mean, this isn't just a one-off. She's been Spurs' main creative player all game. In terms of team, I think in my preview, I kind of looked at both United and Spurs' potential team, and I believe both of the teams are kind of, as I said, they were. But yeah, ultimately look at Spurs' bench. It looks really thin with Eleanor Heaps and Erin Radbourne on the bench, and then quite a few defensive players and young players, whereas United have the experience of Goulton and Rolfer, and even like the quality of Gabby George, the experience of Hannah Blundell and Rachel Williams. But yeah, let's do a bit of a reflection now on where that leaves Spurs going into the winter. So what does that mean for Tottenham? Spurs stay in 5th in the WSL and reach 20 points halfway into the season, which means they've matched their entire points tally from the whole of last season, which I think is credit to Martin Ho and how he's transformed the team this season. Spurs are 5 points clear of London City Lionesses in 6th, and it also means that they still stay a point behind Man United, who have dropped down to 4th after Arsenal's win over the weekend. There's now a winter break in the WSL, so there are no WSL games until the 11th of January when Spurs face Leicester at home. But Spurs do play again before a couple of weeks off. They do face Man United away again on the weekend in the Subway League Cup quarter-final. So I think it will be interesting to see how kind of the tactical battle of this week plays into next week or this weekend in the Subway League Cup. But yeah, it's been a hugely successful first half of the season for Spurs. I think there were a lot of fears at the beginning of the season, especially considering we had a new manager. Our squad remained largely the same, having finished 11th last season. We only signed 2 players, Tamberg and Koga. But I think Martin Ho has been absolutely brilliant. It feels like he's united the team. We have a really solid defence this season. 4 clean sheets in 11 games. Toka Koga, Claire Hunt and Lisa Kopp have provided a really, really good base and have a really good partnership. And also now with Molly Bartrip coming back from injury, that provides a really good kind of centre-back cover in the team. So we have 3 potential options to play at centre-back. And Yeah, I think the standouts this season, apart from Kopp and the two centre-backs, have been Olivia Holt and Katinka Turnberg. Olivia Holt, without a doubt, the player of the season. I just think she looks absolutely brilliant. She has this magical ability on the ball to just pick up the ball and create and run at players, and she has such confidence, and I cannot wait to see Olivia Holt in the second half of the season, alongside some of our January signings. We've obviously announced the signing of Sinja Gopset. There have been some rumours of players like Julie Blackstad and Micah Hermano. So I think it could be a really interesting window for Spurs. I think we probably need a couple of signings, especially with the injuries that we've had, long-term injuries to Jess Naz, Maite Roz and Ella Morris. But yeah, I think that is kind of it for the United game. It was a breathtaking game and definitely a good way to kind of bow out of the WSL for this year, 2025. But yeah, this will be my last video of the year. So if you are new, please subscribe to Harry's channel. Please follow me on Twitter at JacobBurn14, and I will see you soon.
You came along just like a song and brightened my